because he opened his mouth, but he...
When did he start becoming a three-point shooter? Look at this sequence late in the game. Al Horford broke Pierce's ankles and then look at this, says, what's my name? What's my name? A little bit of taunting and jaw-jacking.
Kind of stupid on his part.
We'll see what happens of that in the next game. Meanwhile, the Lakers and the Nuggets, game 3. The venue changing back to Denver. Nuggets down 2-0. Kobe's game, airtight. Nice pass to Pau Gasol.
Teamwork, execution, a team of skill getting it done on the road.
And see, this is the thing right there. Kobe looking right there to the pass, to Pau Gasol, right back. See, this is the problem when you put somebody big on Kobe, because then you leave Marcus Camby down low to handle those other guys by himself, and he can't do that.
They all know about sharing in Lakerland now, especially Kobe Bryant. Took it himself that time with a jump shot. Rough night for Carmelo Anthony. He and AI just 10 of 38 from the field combined.
Just displaying his immaturity because he's down there arguing instead of hustling back on defense. Obviously, Kobe was getting the better of them all night long. So with the Lakers.
Meanwhile, the focus of the Sports Nation for the NBA fan, are we surprised that both the Lakers series and the Spurs and Suns series are both 3-0 in favor of the Lakers and San Antonio? What about the Spurs?
First off, I want to give props to the San Antonio Spurs and Los Angeles Lakers for having a killer instinct and a sense of urgency. Follow me here for a second. 7 of the 8 playoff series started 0-2, and the one that didn't start 0-2 is the Philadelphia-Detroit, and that's a 7 seed up 2-1 against the Pistons. My point being, I'm more disappointed in the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets. Yes, those are teams that I predicted would lose those series, but at least come out and play and compete. When you lose game 3, that's you really saying that you don't want to compete in this series and basically get out the brooms in both of those situations.
I completely disagree with you on the part of the San Antonio Spurs and the Phoenix Suns series. The fact of the matter is this. You look at the San Antonio Spurs, game 1, they almost lost it. It took 40 points and 15 rebounds from Tim Duncan, a miracle 3-point shot in overtime. That's how they were able to squeeze out the game 1 victory against Phoenix. Game 2 was equally thrilling. Game 3, now they just got beat down and bum rushed. Hold on, you had your chance. This is mine. The fact is that San Antonio and Phoenix was an extremely tough series the first 2 games. Game 3, they got beat down. That's what cost them. And the bottom line is we're talking about the reigning defending world champions, poised, know how to win. Whereas with the Phoenix Suns, you get Shaq in the middle of the season. On top of it all, he's struggling for the free throw line. Plus, you got Steve Nash, you can't defend. Tony Parker goes berserk. You got Grant Hill and Boris Diaw sticking Tony Parker.
But what you're doing is making excuses for the Phoenix Suns.
I'm giving you facts.
You did not predict the Phoenix Suns would get swept in this series. Look at a team like the Atlanta Hawks. They were 10 games under 500 playing against the Boston Celtics, a team that had over 65 wins. They came out and competed in game 3. That's what you're supposed to do. When you don't get it done in game 3 after you lost the first 2 games.
Game 3 now.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, that's what I was asking you, because you act like there wasn't a series.
When you're down 0-2, game 3 is a must win. You've seen 7 out of the 8 teams go and do that.
I'm looking at the totality of the 3 games. Games 1 and 2 were highly competitive,
and they lost.
Going against the reigning defending world champions who know how to play. Grant Hill and Boris Diaw. You were sitting here talking to me. Grant Hill and Boris Diaw are defending Tony Parker. No wonder he had 41, a career high.
I know, but you didn't predict that the Phoenix Suns would go down 0-3.
So I didn't predict Tony Parker would have 41 either.
It's a disappointment for the Denver Nuggets and for the Phoenix Suns to be down 0-3. At least win a game.
I agree with Denver. I agree with Denver.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Steve Kerr's collar, guys, getting a little tight right now.
No, Mike D'Antoni's collar's getting a little tight.
Log on to ESPN.com, search Sports Nation fans, and let your voices be heard. Well, we're going to take a short break. Hey, what about Superman? He rocked it up in Toronto today. Chris Bosh had a great career night in playoff history for him, but was it enough? We'll tell you on the other side.
The Toyota Halftime Show is brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward.
Having a half-ton with the most legroom and a fancy rear seat is great, but truckers want to know if it's still got some truck left in it. We'll put it this way. If it'll draw bar pull 6,400 pounds of dead weight, towing 10,100 pounds is a walk in the park. Hello, Dolly. Available on the Tundra Crew Max, the truck that's changing it all.
A hunter in West Virginia used it to get off the perfect shot. A rancher in Montana used it to pound in miles of fence posts. And a guide in Colorado used it to climb over a jagged ridgeline. Electric power steering from Honda. You'll be amazed how much more you can achieve when riding your ATV doesn't wear you out. Available on the 4Trax Foreman.
This place is great. How many cute guys here. Do you smell bacon? Oh, yeah. It's a bacon club chalupa. Guys love bacon.
Like, that's really gonna work. Come on.
Hi. Hey. How's it going?
Hi.
What is that you're wearing? It's intoxicating.
Taco Bell's Bacon Club Chalupa is back. Bacon lovers rejoice.
Smells good. Hey, Dad, I want a Go phone.
Let me sleep on it.
It has unlimited talk and text.
Let me sleep on it.
And no surprise bill.
I can't take it any longer, son. I'm crazy. You ask about the Go phone every night and day. As long as there's no surprise bills to pay, we're gonna go get you a Go phone today. I love you till the end of time. I swear I love you till the end of time.
Get unlimited talk to all wireless AT&T customers and add unlimited text. Go phone, only from AT&T.
When it comes to the Utah Jazz, caring is our culture. Matt Harpring read books that were out of this world to kids at a local planetarium. Andre Karolinko lifted spirits and got great smiles from the patients at a local children's hospital. Jaron Collins dropped in to share his love of reading at a local elementary school. And I helped dedicate a new learning and reading center so kids would have the tools they need to succeed. I'm Carlos Boozer of the Utah Jazz, the NBA, where caring happens.
NBA playoff action rolls on ABC. Sunday starts in the nation's capital. King James and the Cavaliers take on Gilbert Arenas' Washington Wizards. Next, the rematch out west between Phoenix's Steve Nash and Shaquille O'Neal and Tim Duncan's San Antonio Spurs. Sunday, it's a pair of Game 4s on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
You're watching the Toyota Halftime Show.
Welcome back. In college basketball news, Stanford will name Johnny Dawkins its new head coach. Dawkins finished working his 11th season on the bench with Mike Krzyzewski at Duke. He has no prior head coaching experience, but has great pedigree. Meanwhile, Magic and the Raptors, Game 4 up in Toronto. Superman north of the border, and he says to the Raptors, guys, don't bring that low, soft, YMCA, lunchtime playing, swap meet shooting, Chris Bosh, don't try it. Twice, guys, in one sequence.
That's my favorite play of the day. I mean, you block a guy's shot with his left hand, and you bark at him and let him know, and you run the floor.
Had 8 blocks in the game. Bosh got to the rim this time.
Bosh was doing his thing. 39 points, 15 rebounds. He was spectacular. Wasn't enough.
In the fourth quarter, guys, Jameer Nelson
St. Joe.
Yep.
St. Joe, Philadelphia, Chester, PA, handling his business.
10 consecutive points at one point, and this nice dime out to Hedo. Great ball rotation.
Nice ball movement. Stan Van Gundy must have been very proud.
And the Magic now lead that series 3-1. Game 5 coming up in Orlando. Meanwhile, Carlos Boozer with 10 points in the first half for the Utah Jazz, trying to go up 3-1 against the Houston Rockets, leading by 8. Second half coming up.
The Toyota Halftime Show is brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward.
Truckers told us to give them a heck of a truck. He told us not to pull any punches. So we gave them a big engine, big towing, big frame, and big brakes. What'd we get out of it? A big old pat on the back. The 2008 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, the Toyota Tundra. The truck that's changing it all.
You've been my financial advisor for, what?
About 20 years.
Okay, for 20 years, he's been telling me to save. Save for retirement. Now he's telling me it's okay to spend.
Right.
Explain.
Simple. I've got him in Fidelity's new retirement income program, so
Now he can keep doing what he wants. Start spending some of that money.
Yeah, but you still got to be smart about it.
You buy lunch.
I always buy lunch.
Retirement income now made easier. Call 1-800-FIDELITY or your own advisor. Smart move.
I need you. I need you every single day and I want you. I want you every single way and it's love. It's love. It's love. It's la 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 la. It's love. It's love. It's love. It's la 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 la. And I want you. I want you every single day and I need you. I need you every single way and it's love. It's love. It's love. It's la 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 la. It's love. It's love. It's love. It's la 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 la. It's love too. It's love. It's love. It's la 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 la. It's you. La 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 la. It's love too. La 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 la. It's love.
If you have diabetes, then you know what this is. It's your lifeline. Luckily for us, these new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Access Diabetic Supply will send you one of these new meters, no charge. And if you have Medicare or private insurance, your testing supplies may also be covered. Call Access now to see if you qualify. They bill Medicare or your insurance company directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free. Call now and find out why thousands of people choose Access.
For more information, call 1-800-390-6856. Operators are standing by.
Access is America's choice for diabetic supplies. Call Access today.
Now it's time for the McDonald's I'm Lovin' It highlights.
Are you tough enough? Is your stuff enough? Let 'em roll, let 'em go, let 'em fly. Took a chance, got to be
Those were the McDonald's I'm Lovin' It highlights.
Houston trying to even its series with Utah 2 games apiece, but only 15 points for the Rockets in the second quarter. They trail by 8 as we get ready for the third. Back with Rick Carlisle. I'm Dave Fash. Heather Cox here as well. A lot, Rick, has been made about Tracy McGrady being 0-6 in the playoffs, but how much more could he do? He's the leading scorer for Houston with 11 points. The next highest score for the Rockets had 5. That's Ray Verolster.
In terms of aggression and trying to put this team on his back, I love McGrady's aggression. Both going to the basket. We saw the finish there. Able to rise up. He's better than anybody in the game at just rising up and hitting the shot, with the exception of maybe Kobe Bryant. Another drive, eludes the contact, able to get to the rim. And again, we see the ability to rise up. So McGrady's bringing it. The rest of the guys are going to have to step up and hit a few shots.
At 27 in that win in Game 3, 7 in the final 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Carlos Boozer with 10 points in the first half for Utah.
Well, not great from the field, only 2 for 9, but he's making up for it in other ways. Great block there. This time we'll drive and kick on the inside. Kirilenko to Boozer. And the early aggression, going to the jump shot. And I think the one thing that Heather mentioned, he's made the adjustment on the free throw line. He hasn't missed.
Here's Heather Cox.
Guys, Tracy McGrady, as we've discussed, playing on that very sore knee. I did find out that he did get a shot in it. The coaches joke. They hope it's numb by now. 11 first half points. They hope it can continue. Now, they were outscored by 10 in the second quarter. I asked what went wrong. They said Utah just got much more physical. They were jumping our pick and rolls and trapping Tracy. They're also looking for more offense in 3 different ways. Attacking on the run, attacking before the half-court set, and more movement on offense. Things to look for, guys, in the second half here.
And better three-point shooting for Houston as well, Heather. Just 2 of 10 from behind the arc in the first half as McGrady misses a 2. Utah was 0 of 6 from 3 in the first half. In the lowest scoring playoff series of any in the first round. And again, a low-scoring affair tonight. Utah was 5th in the NBA in scoring in the regular season. McGrady with a block on Kirilenko, and Mutombo hands it back to him. Jazz +6 in terms of free throw attempts on Houston. And again, 0 for 6 for Utah from three-point land. Otherwise, it'd be a 11 or 12-point Jazz lead.
And it really hurt Houston getting into the penalty early in that second quarter.
Mutombo with a rebound. Shot clock down to 3. Can't stick it back in. Alston had the air ball. He's gone cold after a good start. Had 5 points in the first couple of minutes for the Rockets. Hasn't scored since.
Well, and this is the problem with Houston. They're playing the kind of game they want to play, but they have just this inability to score enough points on certain nights unless they're playing perfect.
Brewer with 8 points. Williams now with 7 assists, and the lead is double figures for Utah. Trying to go up 3-1 in the series. Game 5 on Tuesday back in Houston. Alston has missed his last 6 from the field. McGrady has gone cold as well. He's now 5 of 14 for the game. And the Rockets settling for jumpers here in the early third.
The one guy that may be able to give the Rockets some energy. We haven't seen much from Rafer Alston tonight. Not sure how that hamstring problem is affecting him. But we've seen 2 phenomenal drives and finishes by Ronnie Brewer. Are you kidding me?
And a Houston foul as well on Alston.
A little change of direction. Attacks McGrady. Unbelievable hang time, able to change direction in midair seemingly. Hang, get the right kind of English on it, get that thing in the hoop, a chance for a 3-point play.
And that foul change to McGrady. You could obviously see there it was McGrady that hacked Brewer, could not convert the 3-point play. That's only the first on Tracy McGrady. Houston has missed 16 of its last 17 shots from the field. You're not going to win in Utah. Obviously, doing that, the Jazz have not lost back-to-back home games all year. Houston has won twice here, though, the only team to do so this season, as Kirilenko commits the foul on Battier. That's his second, first on the Jazz here in the quarter.
Yeah, well, they've gone cold from the field, and they're only gotten to the free throw line 10 times. So how is Houston going to score enough points? It's going to come down to 2 guys. It's going to have to be Alston or McGrady. They're going to have to be the facilitators out here.
McGrady 5 of 14 from the field now, 11 points. Scola, and he gets shoved on the way to the basket. Only 4 points for him in the first half, averaging 15 in the series. But he will go to the line here. That's the second team foul on Utah.
Yeah, and fortunate here that there was a no call on the possibility of a travel, because Scola took the hop, which may have been what we call the illegal hop, where you take off on one foot and land on the same foot, which is in effect changing pivot speed. So Houston gets a little lucky there. They got to get these 2 free throws down and inch their way back into this.
Boozer commits the foul. That's his first. Scola gets them both. You saw that shot at Darren Williams kind of shake off. It might be an injury to the upper body. He was holding his elbow in the first half when he went to the bench. As you see, that doubleheader on ABC tomorrow and on TNT as well tomorrow, and then NBA TV Monday, Toronto, Orlando. Cleveland